Question 1. A plumbing contractor is installing a water service line for a new commercial building. According to the California Plumbing Code, CPC, what is the minimum required depth of cover for a water service pipe installed underground outside a building? A. 6 inches. B. 12 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 24 inches. Answer: B. 12 inches. The California Plumbing Code mandates a minimum depth of cover for water service pipes to protect them from damage due to freezing, vehicular traffic, or other external forces. A minimum of 12 inches of earth cover is typically required over the top of the pipe, ensuring adequate protection in most common installations. This code requirement is crucial for the longevity and reliability of the water supply system, preventing costly repairs and service interruptions. Always verify local amendments, as some jurisdictions may require greater depths for specific conditions. Question 2. When installing a common continuous waste and vent system for a double kitchen sink, what is the maximum developed length from the fixture trapware to the vent pipe opening for a 1.5-inch fixture drain, assuming standard code compliance? A. 3 feet. B. 4 feet. C. 5 feet. D. 6 feet. Answer: C. 5 feet. The developed length from the trapware to the vent pipe opening is a critical measurement in drainage systems, ensuring proper trap seal retention by preventing siphoning or backpressure. For a 1.5-inch fixture drain, the maximum allowed developed length is 5 feet, which minimizes the potential for the trap seal to be lost due to drainage flow dynamics. Exceeding this length can compromise the trap's ability to prevent sewer gases from entering the living space, highlighting the importance of precise pipe routing. Always measure meticulously to ensure all fixture drains are adequately vented within code limits. Question 3. A plumbing contractor is installing an atmospheric vacuum breaker, AVB, for an irrigation system. What is the minimum vertical distance required between the critical level marking on the AVB and the highest point of usage or overflow level of the protected system? A. 2 inches. B. 4 inches. C. 6 inches. D. 8 inches. Answer: C. 6 inches. Atmospheric vacuum breakers are crucial backflow prevention devices that protect the potable water supply from contamination, particularly in irrigation systems. The critical level, CL, marking on an AVB must be installed at least 6 inches above the highest point of usage or overflow level of the non-potable system it serves to ensure it can effectively prevent backsiphonage. This air gap allows atmospheric air to enter the device and break the vacuum, preventing contaminated water from being drawn back into the potable supply. Proper installation height is paramount for the device's protective function. Question 4. What is the maximum permissible length of a tailpiece for a fixture before it must connect to a trap, according to the California Plumbing Code? A. 12 inches. B. 18 inches. C. 24 inches. D. 30 inches. Answer: C. 24 inches. The tailpiece is the section of pipe connecting a fixture's drain opening to its trap, and its length is regulated to ensure proper drainage and prevent issues like clogging or inefficient trap function. The California Plumbing Code limits the tailpiece length to a maximum of 24 inches to maintain hydraulic efficiency and allow for proper ventilation of the drainage system. An excessively long tailpiece could lead to turbulence or reduced flow, compromising the effectiveness of the trap and potentially causing trap seal loss. Always keep tailpieces as short as practical, while adhering to the maximum code allowance. Question 5. When installing a vent pipe that penetrates a roof, what is the minimum required vertical extension of the vent pipe above the roof, assuming no snow accumulation or other obstructions? A. 2 inches. B. 4 inches. C. 6 inches. D. 8 inches. Answer: C. 6 inches. Vent pipes must extend above the roof to prevent blockages from snow and ice and to ensure that sewer gases are safely dispersed into the atmosphere, away from building openings. The California Plumbing Code typically requires a minimum vertical extension of 6 inches above the roof, which helps prevent vent terminals from being covered by snow or allowing noxious odors to enter windows or air intakes. This minimum height is essential for the continuous and effective operation of the drainage and venting system, protecting both the plumbing's function and the building's occupants. Remember, local conditions like heavy snowfall may necessitate greater heights. Question 6. A plumbing contractor is connecting a clothes washer standpipe. What is the minimum and maximum height for the top of the standpipe receptor above the finished floor? A. Minimum 18 inches, maximum 30 inches. B. Minimum 24 inches, maximum 36 inches. C. Minimum 30 inches, maximum 42 inches. D. Minimum 36 inches, maximum 48 inches. Answer: C. Minimum 30 inches, maximum 42 inches. The standpipe for a clothes washer is a critical component for proper drainage, ensuring the discharge water is safely conveyed to the sewer system without overflowing or creating backpressure. The California Plumbing Code specifies that the top of the standpipe receptor must be between 30 inches and 42 inches above the finished floor. This range ensures that the standpipe is high enough to prevent overflowing during the washer's discharge cycle but not so high that it becomes difficult to connect or interferes with the washing machine's operation. Correct height prevents splashing and maintains a functional air gap. Question 7. What is the maximum water pressure allowed in a residential water supply system within a building, according to the California Plumbing Code, before a pressure-reducing valve, PRV, is required? A. 60 psi. B. 70 psi. C. 80 psi. D. 100 psi. Answer: C. 80 psi. Excessive water pressure in a residential plumbing system can lead to significant problems, including premature wear on fixtures, water heaters, and appliances, as well as increased risk of pipe leaks or bursts. The California Plumbing Code mandates that if the water pressure in a building supply system exceeds 80 pounds per square inch, (psi), a pressure-reducing valve, PRV, must be installed to bring the pressure down to a safe and acceptable level. Installing a PRV protects the entire plumbing system from damage and conserves water by preventing unnecessary flow. Question 8. A plumbing contractor is installing a new water heater. What is the minimum required distance between the water heater vent connector and combustible materials, such as wood framing, unless otherwise listed for a lesser clearance? A. 1 inch. B. 2 inches. C. 4 inches. D. 6 inches. Answer: D. 6 inches. The safe operation of a water heater, particularly its venting system, is paramount to prevent fire hazards and ensure proper combustion gas exhaust. Vent connectors, which carry hot exhaust gases, must maintain a specific clearance from combustible materials to prevent ignition. Unless the vent connector is listed and labeled for a reduced clearance, the California Plumbing Code typically requires a minimum of 6 inches clearance to combustibles. Always check the manufacturer's instructions and local codes for specific requirements, as proper clearances are vital for fire safety. Question 9. In a drainage system, what is the maximum horizontal distance a trap arm can extend from the vent pipe connection for a 2-inch fixture drain before requiring an additional vent? A. 4 feet. B. 5 feet. C. 6 feet. D. 8 feet. Answer: D. 8 feet. The trap arm is the section of drain pipe between the trap and its vent connection, and its length is critical for maintaining the trap seal and ensuring proper drainage. For a 2-inch fixture drain, the maximum horizontal developed length allowed from the trapware to the vent pipe connection is 8 feet. Exceeding this length can lead to siphoning or backpressure, which could compromise the trap seal and allow sewer gases into the building. Proper trap arm length ensures consistent venting and prevents the loss of the water seal in the trap. Question 10. A plumbing contractor is designing a storm drainage system. What is the minimum required slope for horizontal storm drainage piping that is 3 inches in diameter? A. 1/16 inch per foot. B. 1/8 inch per foot. C. 1/4 inch per foot. D. 1/2 inch per foot. Answer: C. 1/4 inch per foot. Proper slope in horizontal drainage piping is essential to ensure adequate flow velocity, which helps to transport solids and prevent blockages within the system. For storm drainage piping, including 3-inch diameter pipes, the California Plumbing Code generally requires a minimum slope of 1/4 inch per foot. This slope provides sufficient gradient for water to drain effectively and helps to keep the pipes clean. Insufficient slope can lead to standing water and accumulation of debris, while excessive slope can cause turbulence and reduce the self-scouring action of the flow. Question 11. What is the minimum required size for a water distribution pipe serving a single water closet, toilet, with a flush tank? A. 1/2 inch. B. 3/4 inch. C. 1 inch. D. 1 1/4 inches. Answer: B. 3/4 inch. The sizing of water distribution pipes is critical for ensuring adequate flow and pressure to fixtures, especially those that consume a significant volume of water quickly, like a water closet. While a 1/2 inch pipe might seem sufficient, the California Plumbing Code typically requires a minimum of 3/4 inch for the branch line serving a water closet with a flush tank. This larger diameter helps to ensure rapid refilling of the tank without significantly impacting pressure to other fixtures in the building. Proper pipe sizing prevents pressure drops and ensures efficient fixture operation. Question 12. When testing a new DWV, drainage, waste, and vent, system using an air test, what is the minimum test pressure that must be maintained for at least 15 minutes without any loss? A. 1 psi. B. 3 psi. C. 5 psi. D. 10 psi. Answer: C. 5 psi. Testing a DWV system is a crucial step to ensure that all joints are properly sealed and that the system is leak-free before it is covered. An air test involves pressurizing the system with air and observing a gauge for any pressure drop, which would indicate a leak. The California Plumbing Code requires a minimum test pressure of 5 psi, or a 10-inch mercury column, to be maintained for at least 15 minutes, with no discernible loss in pressure. This rigorous test helps identify even small leaks that could otherwise lead to significant problems down the line. Question 13. What is the minimum air gap required for a plumbing fixture that has an indirect waste connection to a standpipe or receptor? A. 1 inch. B. 1.5 inches. C. 2 inches. D. 1.5 times the effective opening of the drain. Answer: D. 1.5 times the effective opening of the drain. An indirect waste connection is a critical plumbing principle that prevents contaminated water from backflowing into a potable water system by ensuring a physical air gap between the waste pipe and the receiving fixture. The minimum air gap required is typically 1.5 times the effective diameter of the drain pipe, but never less than 1 inch. This specific ratio ensures a sufficient break in the connection, so if the receptor overflows, the waste water cannot be siphoned back into the fixture's drain. Maintaining this air gap is fundamental for safeguarding public health by preventing cross-contamination. Question 14. A gas water heater is being installed in a confined space. What is the minimum free area required for the lower combustion air opening? A. 1 square inch per 1000 BTU/HR of input. B. 1 square inch per 2000 BTU/HR of input. C. 1 square inch per 3000 BTU/HR of input. D. 1 square inch per 4000 BTU/HR of input. Answer: A. 1 square inch per 1000 BTU/HR of input. Proper combustion air supply is crucial for the safe and efficient operation of gas appliances like water heaters, especially when installed in confined spaces. Insufficient combustion air can lead to incomplete combustion, producing dangerous carbon monoxide. The California Plumbing Code, and gas codes, generally requires a minimum of 1 square inch of free area for each 1000 BTU/HR of the appliance's input rating for the lower combustion air opening. This ensures adequate airflow for proper burning and ventilation, protecting occupants from hazardous fumes. Question 15. What is the maximum fixture unit load allowed on a 3-inch horizontal drainage pipe? A. 20 fixture units. B. 35 fixture units. C. 42 fixture units. D. 64 fixture units. Answer: C. 42 fixture units. Fixture units, FU, are a standardized measure used to quantify the probable discharge from plumbing fixtures, which in turn determines the required size of drainage piping. Sizing drainage pipes correctly is essential to ensure adequate capacity for waste removal without overflowing or creating blockages. For a 3-inch horizontal drainage pipe, the California Plumbing Code typically allows a maximum load of 42 fixture units. Exceeding this limit would mean the pipe is undersized, potentially leading to slow drainage or backups during peak use. Question 16. What is the maximum length allowed for a water heater's TPR, temperature and pressure relief, valve discharge pipe? A. 10 feet. B. 15 feet. C. 20 feet. D. There is no maximum length specified, but it must be properly sized. Answer: D. There is no maximum length specified, but it must be properly sized. The temperature and pressure relief, TPR, valve discharge pipe is a critical safety component of a water heater, designed to safely release water and steam in emergency conditions. While there isn't a specific maximum length, the California Plumbing Code emphasizes proper sizing and installation to ensure unimpeded flow. The pipe must be the same size as the TPR valve outlet, run full size to the point of discharge, terminate within 6 inches of the floor or outside grade, and be unthreaded and unvalved. The focus is on ensuring the pipe can effectively discharge the full volume of water and steam from the valve without restriction. Question 17. What is the minimum required distance between a water service pipe and a building drain or sewer pipe when laid in parallel? A. 6 inches. B. 12 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 24 inches. Answer: B. 12 inches. Maintaining adequate separation between potable water supply lines and drain or sewer lines is a crucial public health measure to prevent contamination in the event of a leak in either pipe. The California Plumbing Code mandates a minimum horizontal distance of 12 inches between water service pipes and building drains or sewers when they run in parallel. This separation minimizes the risk of cross-contamination from wastewater infiltrating the potable water supply, protecting the health and safety of building occupants. Always prioritize separation, and consider additional measures if crossing is unavoidable. Question 18. A plumbing contractor is installing a backflow prevention device on a testable assembly. How often is typically required for these devices to be field tested and certified by a qualified backflow prevention device tester? A. Every 6 months. B. Annually. C. Every 2 years. D. Every 5 years. Answer: B. Annually. Backflow prevention assemblies are vital for protecting the public water supply from contamination, and their effectiveness depends on regular inspection and testing. To ensure these devices remain fully functional and compliant with safety standards, the California Plumbing Code, in conjunction with local water authority requirements, typically mandates that testable backflow prevention assemblies be field tested and certified annually by a qualified and certified backflow prevention device tester. This regular testing helps identify and rectify any malfunctions promptly, safeguarding the potable water system. Question 19. What is the maximum developed length of a 4-inch horizontal drainage pipe that can be installed without requiring a cleanout, assuming it serves a single fixture? A. 20 feet. B. 30 feet. C. 40 feet. D. 50 feet. Answer: C. 40 feet. Cleanouts are essential access points in a drainage system, allowing for the removal of blockages and maintenance. The California Plumbing Code specifies requirements for their placement based on pipe size and developed length. For a 4-inch horizontal drainage pipe, a cleanout is required at intervals not exceeding 40 feet. This means that a 4-inch horizontal pipe can extend up to 40 feet without a cleanout if it serves a single fixture, but beyond that, or it changes in direction greater than 45 degrees, a cleanout would be necessary. Proper cleanout placement ensures accessibility for future servicing. Question 20. What is the minimum size of a trap and trap arm for a conventional bathtub or shower drain? A. 1.5 inches. B. 2 inches. C. 2.5 inches. D. 3 inches. Answer: B. 2 inches. The trap and trap arm size for a bathtub or shower is critical for ensuring proper drainage and preventing overflows, as these fixtures can discharge a large volume of water quickly. The California Plumbing Code specifies that a bathtub or shower drain, trap, and trap arm must have a minimum nominal diameter of 2 inches. This larger size accommodates the high flow rate, helps prevent clogging from hair and soap scum, and maintains the required trap seal effectively. Using an undersized drain could lead to slow drainage or backups. Question 21. When installing PX tubing for a water supply system, what is the minimum radius for a bend in the tubing that is allowed without using a fitting? A. 3 times the outside diameter. B. 4 times the outside diameter. C. 5 times the outside diameter. D. 6 times the outside diameter. Answer: C. 5 times the outside diameter. PX, cross-linked polyethylene, tubing is a popular choice for water supply systems due to its flexibility and durability. However, it's crucial to adhere to manufacturer and code specifications for bending to prevent kinking or damage that could restrict flow or compromise the pipe's integrity. The California Plumbing Code, and PX manufacturers, generally permit bends in PX tubing without the use of fittings, provided the bend radius is not less than 5 times the outside diameter of the tubing. This guideline ensures the pipe's structural integrity and prevents stress points that could lead to leaks. Question 22. What is the maximum number of water closets that can be served by a single 3-inch vent stack? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 6. Answer: D. 6. Vent stacks are vital for ensuring proper air circulation within the drainage system, preventing trap seal loss from siphoning or backpressure. The size of the vent stack must be adequate to handle the cumulative fixture unit load of all fixtures it serves. According to the California Plumbing Code, a 3-inch vent stack can serve a maximum of 6 water closets. This sizing ensures sufficient airflow to prevent pressure fluctuations that could compromise trap seals and allow sewer gases to enter the building. Question 23. What is the maximum amount of solder allowed to protrude into the interior of a copper pipe joint? A. 1/16 inch. B. 1/8 inch. C. 1/4 inch. D. No protrusion is allowed. Answer: A. 1/16 inch. Proper soldering technique for copper piping is crucial for creating leak-free and durable joints. While solder is necessary to seal the joint, excessive protrusion into the pipe's interior can create turbulence, reduce flow, or provide a surface for debris accumulation, potentially leading to clogs or reduced efficiency. The California Plumbing Code generally permits a maximum of 1/16 inch of solder protrusion into the pipe's interior, ensuring a smooth flow path while maintaining a strong, sealed connection. This detail highlights the importance of clean, precise workmanship in plumbing. Question 24. A plumbing contractor is installing a new natural gas line for a furnace. What is the maximum permissible length of an unducted connector for a gas appliance? A. 3 feet. B. 4 feet. C. 5 feet. D. 6 feet. Answer, D. 6 feet. Unducted appliance connectors for natural gas are flexible lines used to connect a fixed gas outlet to an appliance, providing some flexibility for installation and movement. However, their length is regulated for safety reasons, including minimizing potential for damage and ensuring proper appliance placement relative to its gas supply. The California Plumbing Code generally limits the maximum permissible length of an unducted connector for a gas appliance to 6 feet. This restriction helps ensure the connection remains safe, minimizes tripping hazards, and simplifies future servicing. Question 25. What type of backflow prevention device is required for a commercial boiler feed water line that uses a chemical additive system? A. Double check valve assembly, DCVA. B. Reduced pressure principal backflow prevention assembly, RP. C. Pressure vacuum breaker, PVB. D. Atmospheric vacuum breaker, AVB. Answer, B. Reduced pressure principal backflow prevention assembly, RP. When a potential hazard exists in a water system, such as the introduction of chemical additives in a boiler feed water line, a high level of backflow protection is required to prevent contamination of the potable water supply. A reduced pressure principal backflow prevention assembly, RP, is specifically designed for high-hazard applications because it includes 2 independently operating check valves and an automatically operating differential pressure relief valve. This design ensures that if either check valve fails, the relief valve will open to discharge water to the atmosphere, preventing backflow and safeguarding the potable water supply.